So there's a term coined by Gordon Neufeld called the ALFA Child. So this is the child that wants to be the first in the queue. This is the child that doesn't like to be told what to do. This is the child that has to win at any cost. This is the child that has to have the highest grades and feels like a failure if there is any minor disruption. So this ALFA child is a highly driven and constantly striving child. But what is the cost of inhabiting this persona, of taking on this role and leaving and trying to fulfill the ALFA child role? This is a child that negates himself, the possibility of being vulnerable, the idea of being imperfect. This is the illusion. This child lives in the illusion or the attempt of nurturing the concept of invincibility. This is the mask this child is wearing, invincibility and invulnerability. And these children, as they navigate through the world, they will try and sustain this persona, this role, but at what cost? At what cost? It's a great cost. And the cost catches up, and the body keeps the score, and then things crumble. The truth is that negating our vulnerability has a significant toll on the body, on the mind, on the spirit, on the soul. And you see, we find if we are inhabiting the ALFA child, the persona, we find ourselves resenting that little part in us that is screaming for attention. Hey, what about me? What about my needs? The vulnerable part, the inner helpless part that needs to be seen, that needs to be heard. The vulnerable part, the sensitive part that is negated, an outlet, that is negated, a voice, and is quietly whispering. And sometimes those whispers become screams and shouts. And the more the persona is continued being inhabited, the louder those attempts become from the inner voice. That's the inner child, the vulnerable part. But we push that voice away. We try and silence that voice. We suppress the voice. However, deep down, that inner child seeking to be seen, seeking to be heard, seeking attention is a reminder, is a huge opportunity. A reminder that our needs deserve recognition, deserve being met, and deserve care. So instead of avoiding our inner voice, let's lean into it. Let's listen. Because if we avoid listening, that voice will become heard eventually in some ways. Our body will manifest the voice through whatever conditions, somatization, anxiety being the top one. And anxiety very perniciously manifests in many other ways, depending on our sensibility and on our circumstances. So our inner child yearns for attention and nurturing. So by tending to that child need, honoring our authentic selves, cultivating compassion, cultivating connection, stopping, that's the only way we can foster authenticity, wholeness, and ultimately inner harmony. So if you were the ALFA child, if you're still the ALFA child, even though you may be 40, 50, 60, watch this video. Give yourself a moment of reflection and ask yourself, am I ignoring that voice? What is that voice trying to tell me? What is the opportunity I'm missing? And what is the cost? What is the cost I'm paying for not listening? I hope this helped.